Stadium in Eugene. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Oregon Ducks. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, checking in with Iowa's head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Ducks ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Hawkeyes offense will be first on the attack. And this sophomore tight end, without question, is one of their most reliable playmakers. And we've got a couple of guys, one on each side in this game, who will do everything you could ask of a tight end.
We've got a great tight end matchup in this game too, David. Both of these programs known for their All-Americans and NFL draft picks at the position. And we know college football is changing. We're seeing tight ends be more versatile. I can't wait to see these two guys go at it today.
And how they deploy these guys, because they can play all over the field, man. They're receivers, they're blockers. So which one of these systems really cuts these guys loose? Who makes the plays? But two guys, man, that do it at an elite level and make defenses respect them. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. There he goes. The 50, the 40. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line.
Wow, we knew coming into this one, this offense wanted to start fast, but David, how about that run and the vision and his ability to spring himself up into the second level, and you saw the speed. That's the kind of play early in a game that'll get your attention.
Get your attention and get the offense rolling. Get them in a rhythm. Like, you're not depending on your quarterback. Your offensive line did a great job paving the hole, creating an explosive on the very first drive. Man, that will get everyone lathered up and excited on this offense.
Handoff from Alton. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So the Oregon Ducks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Here's a look at the explosive D'Air Hill. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
And, guys, this is a great time to look for an explosive play on 2nd and short. 3 wideouts to the left. Get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those 2 guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committee, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the first down. Certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here. Fourth down, Moore. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's Moore to throw. Fires left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Complete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Quick give. It's Hill. Runs through the tackle. There's a crease. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, this is the opposite of what this defense wanted. They told us in meetings, like, they were focused on this running back, can't give up the big plays. He's touched it twice, and he's made 2 big plays. They've got to wrap him up. Sometimes you don't realize how good somebody is until you get into a football game.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Straight ahead. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
That defensive front was a stone wall on second down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Here he goes. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They're all over it. Touchdown, Ducks! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And we're not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like the power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's on, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll start on the ground with Kamara, and that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll move the tight end. Moore, play action. Rush is on. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Dante Moore. This one's complete. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, they block it! Iowa has the ball back on offense. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse, move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Plows his way ahead. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Throwing more. Right side, it's Stewart. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. In the backfield, it's Hooks.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Finds his target.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Moore with the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He's stopped.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Changing the routes with his receivers. In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. Out wide right, it's Johnson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. They want to run this quarterback. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
Goodness gracious. That's 3 for 3 now on 4th downs. That's just, it's nuts. I don't think you're going to make a living on this. I don't think you're always going to make this happen. And defensively, just keep trying to get them to 4th down. You're going to get a stop on one of these plays.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Moore to throw. Rush right in his face. Wide open downfield. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They march 78 yards down the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Give running right, it's Malton. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Left side is Hooks. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up. Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hits inside. It's Hill. Sweet cut there.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And the Ducks are in the red zone. Looking for space. It's Davison. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll go play action with Moore. Under pressure. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Dante Moore. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Now Oregon will call it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Look out! And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Iowa sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Throwing more. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Out wide left, it's Hooks. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. 2nd and long here. Moore. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Got some room to run. He's at the touchdown, Iowa. What a... Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The Hawkeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Going to the run to start this second half. He's got the first down. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
More play action. Complete. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Quarterback changing the play. Using his legs, it's Hill. Got the first down. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Ready, go! Off play action on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's more to throw. Gets rid of it. Caught, it's Stewart. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looks as if he's going to run it. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the quarterback is toast.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He's going to run it. Quick step and go. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Man, they have been great on fourth down. A perfect 3 for 3. They'll try it again here. They'll go with a direct snap. Hard running there. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Sends it back in motion. Dante Moore can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Moore will throw. Right side, it's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Motion from the wide receiver. In the gun on third down, Moore. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Off-play action. Finds his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's a gift to Malton. Turns it on at midfield. Might have a chance. The 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. They want to throw it. Here comes the heat. And they got it.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
He'll throw it. Tosses it incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Moore with the play fake. Move to his right. He'll pull it down and run. It's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Throwing Moore. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, you got to love the effort, selling out for that. Listen, it wasn't a deep pass down the field. It's a short pass, but great effort, laying out, good body control, bringing in the diving catch.
Looking for a crease. It's Hill. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll go play action with Moore. Moving to his left. Unleashes one. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Moore from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Red 18. Splash movement, splash movement.
Direct snap. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moore, play action. Out wide right, it's Johnson. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Turning it on! They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once, like they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Makes a grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Moore. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Fires quickly. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
And the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12.
And that's two really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man. They are on it. You can tell. Reacting to what's going on, rushing the passer, being disciplined, tackling. The most important thing is getting guys on the ground. Now they forced an advantageous situation on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Straight ahead, it's Davison. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Smith wants to throw. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Davison. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Left side, it's Gresham. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Really nice time to go RPO there by the offense. 3rd and short, you might run the football. You got to fake that, certainly, and it freezes the defense just a split second enough for the QB to spit that thing out to the perimeter, to make the catch, and get the first down.
There he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Ducks, once back up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Smith dropping to pass. Finds his big tight end.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
Here we go. Ready.
The run to the left. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as